Memory in childhood is always the interesting topic for us as a millennial right now. Why I can say that? Firstly, like having a cell phone for elementary student in 20s, like kind of pride for us. And then we can show off to the group, then we can battle games, still remember, but snake game and also bounce game is kind of like snake, and then the bounce, the ball one. Yep, those two games exist in Nokia applications. Well, maybe for all of us, Nokia is not kind of weird again or something like so popular with us, but certainly not all of people use that cell phone because there are a lot of another cell phone like iPhone, Android, and so on and so forth that much having a good specification and so on and so forth. Okay, but even though certain people still use it, but it's not as popular as in its era in 90s and also 20s. Well, I'm Rita Sari. Here will tell you a bit informations about background of Nokia cooperations. Okay, firstly, now let's take a look. What is Nokia Cooperation itself? Firstly, Nokia Cooperation is one of the biggest manufacturing cell phone company that exists in the 20s, and then it's also founded by Mr. Frederick Edstein in 1967, and it also founded in the city the same name like Nokia itself. It's located in West Finland near of Nokorinta rivers. Okay, well, Nokia is not only focused on the cell phone itself. Well, let's break down about Nokia company itself. Okay, Nokia firstly is it's founded by Mr. Frederick, and it's actually is a company that focuses on the pepper and palm manufacturing, but then it has certain new divisions in order to set up a new idea that focus in the three divisions. Firstly, it's develop, design, manufacturing capability in data process, and then the second is industrial automations, and then the third is communication systems. And then in the last divisions also will be the idea to create the software stuff. And then also after Mr. Westerlund as the CEO in 1950 of Nokia Corporations, he predicted that palm and pepper manufacturing will be decreased in the future later on, because there's another new divisions that will can give more benefit. That's why he think that electronic will be the new idea for all so on so forth. And then he decided to focus on the electronic itself, and that later on Nokia had more than 15 times not 15 times, I mean 15 years experiments in order to create certain new first cell phones that have, and then luckily in 1970 it has a cooperations with cellular televisions, and then after that can make both of them work together in order to launch and also design the first cell phones. And then in 1981, the new era and the new cell phone is pop up and show to the world. And then Nokia itself, that I told you before, is not focused only on the electronics. So let me tell you a brief history about Nokia itself that is not focused on the cell phone itself. But firstly, in 1971, Mr. Frederick founded and built the company, and then in 1898, the CEO is Edward Poland, that will focus on the Finnish rubber works. Means that they try to focus on the rubber manufacturers and so on and so forth. And then in 1902, the divisions having electronic divisions, and then in 1912. The CEO is Mr. Wickstorm, that create again another brand to having finished cable divisions. So in here, the basic idea to having create a cell phone is pop up. And then in 1937, the CEO is Mr. Werner Wickman. And then in 1950, the idea and then the design and so on and so forth to having cooperations with cellular televisions not applied. I mean like showed and pop up toward this company. And then in 1994, there are 2,100 series for Nokia cell phone manufacturing that launched around 500,000 unit cell phone in more than 130 countries all over the world, with the largest quantity of the worker is 54,000 workers. And then firstly, the design of Nokia is not like we having like a cell phone that we hold and we take anywhere, even in the toilet. No, but firstly, it's only exists in the car, so you can only use it in the car, like kind of the radio, the box one. And then in 1987, the new design of Nokia is this the square one, but still thick, not the thin one like now, but there's antenna in it. So wow, we get talking about Nokia stuff. They have kind of interesting unique design, having like you have like the antenna and a thick one or the flip one, and then kind of like not rectangles but the triangles, like so and so forth, something like that. So it's a bit history about the background of Nokia company itself. And last but not least, every year, every day has changed, even the technology. So I'm Rita Sari. Thank you and have a great day.